right now we don't think of aging to be a disease, and we just think of it as a biological process. You're born, you grow to a certain point, and then your body slowly starts to deteriorate every 5-10 years until slowly you become an old person. But there's actually a lot of people right now spending billions of dollars trying to find the cure. In 2022, it was said that the market cap on anti-aging research, which just means the cumulative amount of money that is in researching and all the scientists and everything, that number right now is at $63 billion. And by 2023, the projected amount is supposed to be over $100 billion. Just to put that into perspective, the GDP of some countries is bigger than Iceland, Costa Rica, and Nepal. We have more money invested into anti-aging research than we do in those countries. A lot of people don't even realize what is about to happen in the next 5 to 10 to 15 years. If you're somebody like my age or even older, there's a very good chance that you might be able to live to 120, 150, 250. Like, once you get to a certain point, when you're 120 years old, just think about how much research and money, time, scientists have spent on trying to solve aging. If you can wrap your head around being alive and healthy by the next turn of the century, 2100. Just imagine you're alive till then. Like, the amount of knowledge and science we are going to have on anti-aging research and keeping ourselves alive is going to be insane. That's like trying to compare the size of the earth to the size of the sun. Like, you just can't. So breaking this down a little bit, if you want to fix a problem, you have to first figure out why this issue is happening. So why do we age? Why do our bodies get older? Why do we decay? What's going on in there? What's going on in our cells? There's many reasons why we age. There's not just like one big one, obviously. Your body's cells are constantly multiplying. Every single hour and every single minute of every single day, your body is just pumping out new cells and old ones are dying. And when that happens, the cells can get damaged, just like anything in life. Something can happen, it has a mutation, it gets bumped into the wrong way, you stub your toe. And when that happens, there's not just like an off switch for the cell. It's just going to multiply and still be damaged. So it's pumping out damaged, multiplied cells, which that is one of the main causes of aging. Telomeres, which are connected to your strands of your DNA, those get shortened every time a cell replicates, so they keep getting smaller as you age, which leads to mutations and a whole bunch of other things. Second one is your mitochondria stop working, which, as we know, they're the powerhouse of the cell. So if they're not working as well, they are not giving your cells enough energy, which isn't helping your body age as gracefully as it should. Another reason we age so much is from inflammation and stress. Stress leads to inflammation, which just puts a strain on your body and all of your cells. Imagine your liver's inflamed for your whole life because you just have to have a beer right before you go to bed. If your organ or body is constantly inflamed, that is just going to make you, or that specific organ in general, age at a much faster rate compared to the rest of your body. So just kind of be cognizant of that. Can we reverse this process, or can we only slow down the aging process? Because this doesn't help anybody who's over 60, over 70 years old, and they want to become younger. Or do we only have the science for slowing down your aging process? So if you're 30, you can slow down and age half as fast as you would normally, like a fountain of youth scenario versus a slowing down fountain that just slows the age time. Something like the fountain of youth is going to have to be some sort of medical drug or some sort of surgery or pill supplement you take if you want the fountain of youth scenario. There are so many things right now being done to help try and cure the process of aging, like CRISPR gene editing, or just measuring things in the body that we didn't even know mattered or existed. And we're just fundamentally understanding how cells work, age, and multiply much better than we ever have before. So you can't really do a why we get old video without mentioning the human guinea pig himself, Bryan Johnson. For those who don't know, but I'm sure most of you do, Bryan Johnson is a billionaire, made money off Venmo and a few other ventures, and is currently trying to be the oldest man alive. Right now I think he's like 45 or 46. He has a specialized diet called his Blueprint Protocol. And what that does basically is it measures every single organ of his body and is trying to slow the rate of aging on his whole body through measuring everything, tracking his sleep, his diet, his exercise, everything you possibly can, all the cutting edge technologies, because he's a billionaire. He's basically humans' first guinea pig. Like, if his process actually works and he's able to live till he's 155 or whatever, he's probably going to be on like the science Mount Rushmore. Like, I don't know. He said he spends about $2 million every single year trying to reverse his age or stop his aging entirely. And all of his results he puts online for free. Just go look at his website, Bryan Johnson. I feel like most people didn't like him when he first came out because he was using his son's blood for blood transfusions, trying to make him live longer, but like, I think people respect the grind. People really are starting to come around and like the dedication and commitment to his motto, which is don't die. He currently says he's aging at about half the rate as he used to, and all of his stats and what he's measuring basically is showing that he is one of the healthiest humans that is living right now. Like, there are probably not many other humans that are healthier than him. He's scoring 100% sleeping every single month. All of his test results are amazing. Like, so since we are living in such a technological advanced society, how can you actually slow and prevent your aging? And there are 7 things you can do right now to help you age more gracefully and slowly and hopefully never become old. A lot of these things that I'm about to tell you are things people have been saying for centuries or generations. Have a nutrients-rich diet. Make sure you're getting all your vitamins, your proteins, your carbs. Make sure you're getting everything your body needs. Regular exercise, believe it or not, slows your rate of aging dramatically. Like, that is probably the best thing you can do to not get old, is constantly exercise and put work and stress on your muscles. This includes cardio and weights. This is a picture of a 70-year-old who doesn't work out versus a 70-year-old who does work out. You can obviously tell easily which one is healthier. You still have all that muscle when you're 70, it's just that you haven't worked out in 40 years, and so your body becomes frail and old. People who have the highest VO2 max, which just means how much oxygen your lungs are able to take out of the air in one breath, people with the highest VO2 max are the people that live the longest. Number 3, good sleep. Things people have been saying for years. Make sure you have good sleep, 8 hours. Number 4 is stress management. As we talked about earlier, one of the biggest things that makes you age is how much stress is going on your body, physically and mentally. If you can stop worrying about things so much and just kind of have that surfer mindset, it will help with your aging process. Number 5 is intermittent fasting. It's showed that when your body is in a calorie deficit or when it doesn't have enough calories and it has to start burning your fat to be used for energy. It's being shown right now to have great effects on your aging and your cell reproduction. Number 6 is to stay mentally active. I feel like we've all seen the person who retires, goes and sits in their house, does nothing, and then they start to age so much faster than somebody who's actually out doing things, playing golf, whatever, tennis, pickleball, you know, smaller tennis. Just make sure you stay active. If you're using your brain, it will stay with you so much more than if you don't. Like, if you don't use it, you'll lose it type of mindset. And number 7 is just social connection. And something that makes you age drastically is never seeing people. Human beings are social creatures. If you're not out there talking with friends, seeing family, it will make you age faster than normal. The future I am talking about, though, poses many questions. Like, what happens when there's a species that just doesn't die, constantly has more babies, but the grandparents and grandparents just never die? That has never happened on this planet before. We don't know how that will impact our species or our planet or anything, which that will be interesting to watch. Like, when you die, your money gets inherited to your children, and then when they die, their children. But if there's just constant wealth accumulation of people not dying, what's going to happen to the economy, like our money? There's so many questions here. Don't even get me started on dating. Imagine you're 120 years old, but you look like you're still 25. How does dating work in this world at all? Not really sure. That's something that when this happens, we're gonna have to figure out. But nobody's ever heard of a 100-year age gap, and that's weird to think about. If you're 175 dating a 75-year-old, like what? But in the next 5, 10, 15 years, 25 years, 50 years, if you're in your teens watching this right now, when you're 75 years old, at the rate we are going right now, you probably are projected to live at least into your 200s. I don't know that for sure. It's not 2075 yet, but when it is, I'm sure life expectancy will be through the roof. And that's something we have to deal with. And that's something you can deal with actually right now. You can slow your speed of aging through all of the things we talked about right now. If you're afraid of getting old or grumpy or grouchy or wrinkles, like, there are things you can do right now to change that. So take care.